Okay, me and my old dogs come up here out in here to our back 40 and was just taking a little nature walk. Probably can't film it all because it's a pretty good walk. I've only walked a while before I started filming, but this is the ridge top here now, and the dogs has done run off and left me up through there. But I thought I'd show a little bit of our old nature walk up through here, just out walking around. Good for your health. I walk it for my health and stuff. Things is starting to come out pretty good. Nature is a little different from what it used to be. I think I can tell a difference in it. Just like I was saying on my where I was gathering the bees and stuff, at the nature and stuff has changed. I don't know why the bees will be early swarming this year first, but they are. Everything seems to be early or different anyway. I would just have to film short pieces of it and stuff, I guess. Make the video so long. Takes so long to put a video on. If it's 10 minutes long, it takes so long about putting it on there. And I don't understand why, when you have good internet, but I'll start filming again here after a while. Okay, so I guess the dogs is caught up with us, or we caught up with them one. Old dogs, old pups. Them old pups is probably, I think they're 2 months old, something like that. Maybe a little over 2 months old. But we're going back here into this, well, I was saying, well, I call it back 40. It's just a saying. But the wind is blowing here and stuff. I think today's May the 6th or 7th. I think it's Sunday, 6th or 7th. But this is my old field back in here. We used to cut hay off of this and work it by hand mostly. And show a little bit about it. But this is, I live pretty good ways back in the mountains. I was, there's the woodland around this side of it, but I was going to plan on maybe buying me a bam mill, and I got a lot of timber here anyway, and thought about making me sawing me out a little a little log cabin and putting it right up here next to the top of the mountain. I think it'd be real pretty. Be something to come to. Build me a little porch on it. Build me a little hunting scaffold on top of it. Maybe even, you know, when I'm gonna use it, put a little tarp around it or on it. And kill some deer out of it, maybe some turkey. Maybe even a bear. Never know. Maybe they'll make me 2 big bear dogs. I don't know. They're up for anything though right now. But I'll have to shut the film down just a minute until I can get to some other places. The rest of the video will be way long. Okay, back down to the bottom of the field here now. We'll film the walk around, back around to the pond and stuff. Aha! I must have heard something. Gonna have to get it, dogs. Need to get something, dogs. Sick 'em. Yeah, it's leaving out good. Leaves are all coming on pretty good. A lot of laurel up in here, old mountain laurel. You can see that one right there starting to bloom. All this laurel right here, see there's some red in there too. A lot of this laurel is some different colors and stuff. And it's real pretty. I could probably make a video of it when it gets bloomed out good to show it. There's even stuff what we call honeysuckles in here, and they are real good. You can eat the flower of them, and they do taste like honey. And there's huckleberries. There's grapes. Or wild grapes. And then there's like this right here is the huckleberries and stuff. These right here are, they're starting little berries on them, or blooming. They'll start little berries on them. Then there's mountain tea here, what we call mountain tea. And there's blueberries grows here too. There's some more. That's flowering out and stuff. That may even be the blueberries, but more likely it's the huckleberries. They're a bigger berry. The blueberry is usually a small berry. Around here they're small, the wild ones are. Some more mountain laurel starting to pop little blooms on. All this really blooms out with that mountain laurel and stuff. Next thing you know, there's a big clump of them that's starting to bloom. They're starting to, some of it's even got a bloom or two, a white bloom or two. There's a few more white blooms on there. It's gonna be real pretty for long. I've not seen much wildlife this morning. I think it's because of the wind blowing, and probably because these dogs run in front of anybody too, and going along and clearing the way, I guess, before you get there. They're sure learning to hunt good. But around here, that's what you need. You need some good hunting dogs. Yeah, I got chickens and stuff. If I didn't have some old dogs, hunting dogs and things like that around, stuff would come in here and kill my chickens, kill everything I had, cats and everything else. There's coyotes and coons and possums and bobcats and the big black panther cats, and people's even seen the big brown mountain lion cats. We got bear, and I used to have a black bear in a cage here I kept and had a farm here. I had a farm here where I showed animals at one time, and I had a black bear in a cage, but she was caught as a real when she was a little baby bear and raised and stuff. She couldn't get to go back to the wild on account of where she was caught. I reckon her mom had died and they had caught her or something. But she turned out to be like a 600-pound black bear. She was a big one. And like a dog, she was just friendly as a dog. I could let her outside, she'd follow me around like a dog. But that's, it's fun to have stuff like that. When I let Virginia Tech have her, that she was only 13 years old, and she wasn't supposed to live but about 8 years. But she wasn't out in the wild either. That's what it is with a wild bear. I smell blooms. I smell wild roses. There's a lot of real nice scents out here in the woods now. Little leaves and stuff flying everywhere here. Yeah, poplar blooms. They're flying everywhere. Where it's where they've blowing loose out of the trees. The blooms are falling out now. The dogs, they love this little pond. I got a little small pond here. I thought about trying to make a bigger pond. I thought about trying to come on down through here with it and make me a dam through here somewhere, across and build it up to make this about 20 feet deep or so, and let it come way back through here. There's the little dam for that one, but I'd like to go down about 50 more yards and combine, take that little dam out there after I build my other one, and let the pond be bigger. But there's my little pond. It's just a little small pond we built here years and years ago. I got a few fish in it. The dogs loves it. They get hot. They come up here and wade in it, drink out of it, swim in it. So you can see how dirty the dog is, where she's wet. But they love the water. I'm gonna go on down by the little barn here. I ain't too awful far from the house now. And but this video's only about 15 minutes long. It'll probably take an hour to get this loaded on there. Yeah, it sure don't load on there that quick. And have a real good internet. I don't know why it takes so long to put it on TikTok or YouTube or what. But I have a TikTok channel too. If you want to go to it and look at some of the other stuff I have on there. But I just like getting out here and walking around and looking at stuff as it develops and stuff. This an old barn we had here for years. Daggone tree fell right there back a while back. I'm gonna have to try to fix it. It broke some of the rafters. I'm gonna have to try to fix all that. But this is what happens when you get old and you can't use your fields and stuff. The more they all grow up and your barns fall apart. Look at what a big yellow poplar. That's a great old big one. I don't know how many feet that thing is through, about probably close to 4 foot through it. There's another big one right there. It's about the same. It's about 4 foot through it too, I guess. Big old yellow poplars. The limbs of it would saw out a lot of lumber. But I've never thought about cutting them old big yellow poplar because I don't know of really any more yellow poplar in this area. After the Ritter logging company come through in the, I guess it was in the 30s, and logged all these lands and stuff back at that time. But I'm gonna have to end this video. It's getting long, so I'll catch you on the next one. Like and subscribe if you want to.